Hey, in today's video we are going to install such a reducer transitioning piece from the LVP floor to the hardwood floor. Hey, this is Marco from Bama Handyman Solutions. Let's jump right into it. So when you lay down LVP floor, mostly it is not flush with the existing floor, so there we need a transition. Or there we need a transitioning piece. So in our case, we're gonna need a reducer. So the LVP is higher than the floor or the existing floor because we laid the LVP over the existing floor, right? So let's go and have a look how it looks like. Okay, so right now, as you can see, we're transitioning basically from the kitchen into the dining room, and we got a different height, different level height. So you can see the LVP is actually a couple of inches higher. So, and that's where that transitioning piece comes in to play. So this transitioning piece comes with two components. So one is a channel we're gonna screw down to the floor, and then what's gonna happen is we click that piece into that channel. So this piece has, as you can see over here, it has a leg, and this will then rest on the lower floor. Okay, so first step, we'll have a look at the tools. So we need something to drill the holes, we need a tape measure, we need a pen to mark where we're gonna cut, a couple of screws, and in our case I'm also going to shim that channel a little bit higher so that those notches down here, let me show you again, so those notches are actually can engage into the channel. So most of the time those pieces come in 8-foot section. We got the matching color, so we're gonna go outside and cut it on the circular saw or the miter saw, because this is basically just vinyl, and the metal track we're gonna saw by hand. First thing, obviously, we have to measure that. I did that already before, so we come up with 30, and we want to have a little bit of a distance on each side so there it can move. We take this outside, or our miter saw, and what I said before, so I got different thickness of shims we could use if we need to shim it up, the track. Got even a little bit thicker one, but I don't think we need that. So great, now we have to make sure that the edges are not chewed up, because sometimes from the factory they come chewed up. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna go with 30. This is right here. We mark that, and then we're gonna cut it. So we can cut that either way, this way or this way, it doesn't matter, because it's a sharp blade, so I'm confident. Here we go, let's verify. 30, that's good. So next thing, we need to cut the channel. And the channel we're gonna cut a little bit less. So I go here, and then we just use, handsaw, and then we're gonna cut that. Go. So we got that cut. So next thing is we're gonna drill the holes, and we wanna drill here, here, this one, and that one. Okay, so now I wanna make sure, wanna line up those holes a little bit. Probably like that. Give here a little bit of a gap, and then on both sides, of course. So let's start with the first in here. So the drill is just a little bit less than the screw we're gonna actually use. Right? So we're gonna put that in. So I go here with the first screw, right? Because I want to make sure that when I line up the other holes, that, you know, not the whole thing is moving. So it looks good. We also want to make sure that this is kind of square. So we have here 1 3/4, so we want to achieve that on this side too. So actually this is exactly how we can go. We cannot go closer, so that's good. Then we pre-drill these holes because this is a hardwood floor. Problem is the screw heads. Problem is they will not tap very well without pre-drilling it. So, and these are not the most expensive screws, so I had in the past that the screw heads came off, and honestly we don't really want that. So here we go. Okay, so next thing is what we want to do is we want to vacuum a little bit before we press that on. As I said, this is a two-step process. We're gonna see if this actually goes on here or not. If it does not, then we need a shim. Okay, let me get the vacuum. So, well, it gets instruction here, so if you are interested you can read that. Since it's not the first one I did, I don't really need to read it again, but anyway, so we want to find, so this is a little bit, you have to feel where the channel is. Because and then once we felt where the channel is, we then have to click it in. So we have to hammer it down, hammer it home. Okay. And then we can center it if needed, but I think it's pretty centered. So we then we're gonna feel it with our nail and see if we got any gaps, and it looks perfect. So let's go closer and have a look. So we have here a little bit of a gap, so it can expand and retract. Same over here. So I think this is a success. So this is how you're gonna install a transition piece. So in this case we used the reducer, so because the LVP is a little bit higher, or the thickness of the LVP towards the hardwood floor. And I hope you got some value out of this video. If you not already have subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and if you like it, then give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.